Hi, this is Bobby Brown, and welcome to another fucking podcast.
My liver's all twisted up. But you know what I did? I loaded up with alcohol, more specifically vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Who wants an orange whip? Orange whip? Orange whip? 3 orange whips.
So you're bored, are ya? I've come here to break your monotony. Let me have my piece, because I'm shooting with this one, folks. I don't care, man.
The unscripted, uncensored, loose cannon of commentary.
Why did you say that? Why? What? You come out with stink like that? Poop. Your poop mouth. Poop out of your mouth.
See, son? Old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum look a lot alike, Daddy.
I've got a midget friend, an albino friend, and another friend who thinks Lord of the Rings is real. Together we call ourselves the Unfuckables.
Baton is in. Let the fun begin.
Body touch.
You guys are an asshole, man.
I've never heard of Van Halen.
Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. And hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and it's always good to be seen. It is my favorite time of the year. No, it is not Christmas time. It is Listener Drunken Summit time. That is right. Oh, I love this show. We have currently 3 listeners with us. We'll get to them in just 1 second. We will be debating Aerosmith Rocks versus... That's right, Toys in the Attic. And this is going to be a fun show. Make sure you have all of those socials at Metal Edge Magazine on the Instagram, at Metal Edge Mag on Twitter, Metal Edge Magazine on Facebook. You can find the show right now currently at Another Effing Podcast, or if you just type in Metal Edge Magazine's Another Effing Podcast, you can find it. Find Paul Gargano at Paul Gargano. Now, that's really easy. But then you have to follow Paul Gargano. But, you know, he has his moments.
It's click of the button. You can handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's complicated for Izzy, but.
Right. And of course, you can find me at Real Izzy Presley all the way across the board, Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Paul, good day. How are you? It's good to see you, Pally.
I'm doing well. It's that time of year again, huh?
It really is. And I've got
the score. I'm going to cover the name of the special guest because he's not announced yet. I have the scorecard ready to go.
Yes, our special guest will be here in approximately 5 minutes.
Actually, it's a race to see who gets here first. Actually, we told the special guest to get here late, but it's the problem when you do a drunken listener summit is sometimes the listeners get too drunk to actually make it onto the summit, which I think is probably Kyle's problem, right?
Well, I think Kyle's problem is that I sent him a message. Actually, I posted on his Facebook wall. There's a billboard by LAX as a picture of Leo for his new movie, and it's starting to look like Kyle, and it might have went to his head. Now he thinks he's a star or something. So maybe that's why he's not here. He's being fashionably late. I don't know, but
I've met Kyle in person. The only 2 people I've met in person, I feel like I know Scotty and Lori pretty well at this point, just from Zoom. But the only 2 people I've met in person are Aaron and Kyle. And I can tell you, Kyle looks about as much like Leonardo DiCaprio as I look like Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, that is good. That is going to get a Pat Fontaine laugh.
Fontaine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show this year again, Mr. Scotty Strickland from Canada. Oh, I got to play your bit. There we go. Good day, eh?
That's what I put for the background, just for you, buddy.
Of course. I love it. All the way from Brisbane, Australia. I was actually just watching a thing about Brisbane today on Ancient Aliens, and I thought of Lori Nickel. Good day, eh?
Good day.
Wait, this is how rumors start. Is Lori an alien?
Quite possibly.
Could be.
Well, he's definitely a Shrek, so he's got that.
I'm an alien. You could be an alien too.
We could all be aliens.
I've already spilt drink on my homework.
Well, look, you know Laurie's an alien if you look behind him and see that beautiful towel that Aaron can also
got security
buy
there
when he buys the T-shirt.
that doesn't make him an alien. That just makes him legally blind.
And first timer, a guy that Paul met at M3, Aaron Marcus. All right.
Aaron.
Good day, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
So this is what you get when you walk up to me at a show and randomly introduce yourself and say you like the podcast. Well, okay, then be on it.
Just out of the blue, I got a text. Hey, man, this is Paul. Remember me?
I said, give me your number. The next Listener Summit, I'll hook you up. And out of the blue, this is Paul.
And I will say, Paul's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in person.
Is he?
Much nicer than that Eddie Trunk fellow.
Oh, well, thank you. I thought you were going to say much nicer than that Izzy Presley guy, and I'm like, well, duh.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Izzy just yet.
Oh, you will. You will.
Usually, I have the blood alcohol content level working in my favor, just because.
Paul, we should announce this before our special guest gets here. You are going to be on the Monsters of Rock cruise, correct?
As far as I know.
So guess what that means, ladies and gentlemen? There will be a live taping of Metal Edge magazines and other podcasts on the cruise with myself and Paul this time. I've done it alone on the cruise many times, but now we get to do it tag team and
wow,
hammer.
Sounding worse and worse.
Poor it. Poor it if it's getting tag teamed by Izzy and I. Oh, come on. No, come on. Is that a delayed reaction?
No, I was just checking the chat room, and the chat room is already hopping. Bruce from Canada is here, and Dick Chasen, and Tony Baruman. I don't know if Paul seems like he would be really awesome to meet.
I can vouch.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I think I'm as long as you get me in a good. Usually when I'm at shows now, it's because I have bands on the bill. So as long as everything's going all right on stage, I'm in a good mood off stage.
Hook me up with the after hours party locations.
Yes.
And I still owe you a beer, man.
You say, hey, you know what? I'll take it whenever. There will be more. M3 this year.
Are you going?
I will be there this year. Yes.
Yeah, I just got my tickets and the Maryland Death Fest right after. So
I will not be going to Maryland Death Fest. My mosh pit days are behind me, but I will be at M3 this year. And I'm pretty certain I'll be going back to Hinckley this year for the Rocktober Festival, or Rocktember, October, whatever the one in Hinckley, Minnesota is. So I will be getting my rock on.
And the beauty thing about going up to Hinckley is you can bring me back some Mick Golden Light.
I can't I? If I fly, and I could stick it in my luggage and hope it doesn't pop.
Exactly. That's how it works. Let's see. Our special guest should be here any minute. Initial thoughts.
The fact that he isn't on yet means he hopefully got my text telling him not to come on. So that's where we
are. Initial thoughts going around these two records. First listen back to back. Lori, let's start with you down in Brisbane, since you listened to him first because you're ahead of us.
I seriously thought Toys in the Attic was going to take it away. But when you go song for song, mate, it was a lot closer than what I thought. So, because they're both great albums.
Yeah.
Can we close caption, Lori? I needed a translation.
Wow.
I needed a translation for that one. I thought Toys in the Attic were going to take it. What'd you say after that? I was actually, in my defense, I was crunching. So.
You're watching the game.
No, I was not watching the game, but I am now that you mentioned it.
Yeah, no, I honestly thought that Toys in the Attic was going to take it out. But when you listen to them both song for song, it becomes really close. So I was quite blown away with the result.
Yeah, it's that's the beauty part about doing this, because this record's much better. Then he goes track versus track and gets a little bit hairy. Aaron, what about you?
No, the fellas and I were talking about it. I know Eddie Trunk always hails Rocks as his favorite. I've always thought Toys in the Attic was the signature Aerosmith album, but like they say, styles make fights. Yep. And when you match them up track by track, it came out real, a real dead heat. I won't give anything away, but
yeah. Scotty.
It was a lot of the same sentiment that the boys were saying there. It's, how many classics tracks on each album, but getting those deeper cuts, that's just wow. And you also, I kind of mentioned this beforehand, where when we were off the air, it's just you also see a little bit of the progression of the band too, and just that moving forward, which is really kind of cool in both albums.
I think you also hear the greatness of Jack Douglas being able to to corral the fucked upness.
I was about to say, I think you might also
put.
I think you might also hear the impact of cocaine a little bit more. I mean, it's and somebody pointed this out to me when we were talking about it the other day, and it was like I definitely thought it going in, but since he said it, I have to give him credit. Mike, if you're listening, he pointed it out. He said the albums marked the transition from kind of shiny, happy Aerosmith to cocaine drug Aerosmith. And it's really true. I mean, that Rocks is a darker record.
Yeah.
I definitely think to the bigger Aerosmith fan, Rocks is the automatic go-to, because as with any band, whether talking about Kiss or Aerosmith or anybody, you're going to migrate away from where the hits are. So logic is going to tell you the bigger album's the one with Walk This Way and Sweet Emotion.
Right.
But the diehard fans are going to go, no, just out of principle. But I think when you put them track by track, it's really interesting.
Yep.
I know there was one there that there's one track by track. I'm looking at the sheet right now that I still don't know how I'm going to decide. But
then you get at the end you get the ballad, or the battle of the epic power ballads.
Ballads, man.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm always a sucker for ballads.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would call either of them epic.
Really?
Because I mean, I don't know. Is Alicia Silverstone in either video?
No.
All right. Well,
she might have been as a wee toddler, right?
No, but there might have been many road whores.
I don't think either one of those songs were singles.
No, they weren't, but it doesn't matter. They're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They are epic, single or not.
My definition of epic is different than your definition of epic.
Epic doesn't massively mean huge, like a huge hit. Epic just
like an Iron Maiden, Rime of the Ancient Mariner epic.
No. I'm talking about good music.
No, I know what he means. Oh, stop. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I was going to say, Izzy, are you always saying that it's epic when you talk about things that might not be huge?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a cock joke. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you, Scotty.
So what's everybody drinking before our guest gets on? Because I can't confirm or deny that the guest might be sober.
Goose Island, Bourbon County, Caramella Ale.
Nice. I like that.
14.6%.
Wow, 14.6.
Wow. I got 666 vodka. And
wow, look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty, I know, is trying a delicious Tom and Jerry for the first time ever.
Yeah, the only place I could find cloves and allspice is hanging out at my mom's.
There you go.
Made a batch of it and threw it together with some rum and some hot chocolate.
And the cloves and allspice were 40 in the cabinet for 40 years at your mom's.
Yep.
Oh yes.
And
we are close to having a guest. I think he's sideways at the moment.
I think he's trying to. This is like the epic tease.
Yeah, it is
the epic tease.
This is like the epic build.
There he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for the first time ever here on another effing Metal Edge Magazine's Another Effing Podcast. Let me say that right. The rat bastard himself, Stephen Pearcy. Good day.
One of the goats.
Is he here? Can you hear us? Of course he's not here for his round of applause. Can you hear us, Stephen?
Is this one of those cameo things?
No, we're actually just playing a cameo in the background right now.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna have to go get my wife at some point just to say hello to Stephen. That was her guy.
Oh, really?
Mike Reno into Stephen Pearcy.
Oh, wow. That's a good transition. All right, Stephen has audio.
Stephen has audio.
Do you hear me, freaks?
Yes, we do.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm literally getting drunk watching your camera move.
The way it should be, since I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I was like,
right,
before Stephen gets on, we were going through with everybody who was drinking. Exactly.
Yeah, let me get situated here. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talking about that's what we've been doing. We got this. So
this.
Our special guest is out of the bag.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, Paul, is this live, by the way?
Yes, this is live right now.
So if I text my buddies now and have them get in the chat.
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely.
I think we have power.
We got
it.
We got it.
Hey.
Fuck all of you.
I love it.
There's a long line for that, Stephen.
Hey man, can you put in those little ear things? I hate these little earplugs.
I have mine right there, but mine are wireless.
All right. Anyway, my guitars want to talk more than I do. All right. Anyway, go ahead. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here?
We are talking about Aerosmith Rocks versus Toys in the Attic.
Oh, no contest.
Which way? I know where he's going.
Rocks, of course.
That seems to be the consensus until we go through track by track, and everything tends to
might change your mind, Stephen.
Well, I mean, come on, you're gonna put Uncle Salty up against Combination or one of those songs. Come on.
Boy, Combination's got such a heavy fucking groove in that song, though.
Yeah. Well, let's get busy.
All right.
Let's get busy. Do we want to jump right in?
Well, yeah, we're on tube. Everybody's drunk now.
Not quite.
Working on it.
But I'll catch up.
Here goes Izzy.
I'll catch up.
I'm not, and I won't be. So I'll be with Steven on that side of the fence here.
Yeah.
Driver.
I've got my designated driver mint tea.
Delicious. Well, cheers, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I've had my ninth cup of coffee.
Nice mug.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Stephen Pearcy mug?
That is a Truth or Dare official StephenPearcy.com item.
That was, by the way, just for the record, that was an unrehearsed product plug.
Yeah, it was actually. You got to be quick.
Yeah.
That's right.
By the way, I promised this would be on. I have my rough coffee mug. Going back to Mutt Merch product placement mug.
Nice.
I'll tell you what, it's like so weird. I'm right here next to my bookshelf.
Uh-huh.
And I can pull up anything, Aerosmith, anybody actually. Well, let's get busy. You guys are fucking boring.
Hey, Paul. Paul, let me just smooch a little bit of Steven's ass for 1 second. I'll tell you, I saw RATT when a little band out of New Jersey, Bon Jovi, opened for them.
Oh yeah, okay. I got
1985.
Yeah.
And then the last time I saw him was at a place called Tags in Big Flats, New York. That was I'm going to say 2019, maybe, with Kicks opening and one other band. And like you're like a fine wine, man. You get better.
Well, thank you. Hey, you tend to get better when you get sober, you know?
It tends to happen for a lot of people. Not everybody, but it does happen. It is something that tends to help.
I mean, speaking of Aerosmith, I wish they'd all hit the pipe and get back to reality.
Because sobriety does not work well for them. Yes, exactly.
I mean, no disrespect. I mean, you know, and by the way, on that, seeing RATT and Jovi today, is to the day in 1985, we headlined a sold out show at the LA Forum.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Yeah, I was made aware of by no other than Bobby the Blotzer today.
Yeah.
Hey, man, do you know we headlined the Forum, whatever? And I'm like, I don't fucking remember anyway. But thank you for the trivia. I'll use it somewhere today.
Yeah. There we go.
And you
we're
did.
the lucky winners.
And you
And
did.
I did. And Aerosmith, I mean, come on. I mean, when I first started playing in funny stuff in my band, Mickey Ratt, where I play guitar and shit back in the day, 77, 78, it's like we would play the B-sides per se, like when people were playing like, Peter Frampton, and I don't know if Walk This Way was going down then, something like that. But Mickey Ratt would play songs like Combination, The Lord of the Thighs. And at the time, I was just writing original songs. So everybody thought they were our songs. And we would go, yeah, they are. Fucking Combination. We just wrote that, Chris and I, last week.
Well,
that was always
ripped them off.
Steven, that's always the trick. Do songs people know that you didn't write.
Yeah, right. But it was kind of cool because everybody thought they were our tune too. I mean, I would play like Career of Evil by Blue Oyster Cult, and as they were playing Don't Fear the Reaper on the radio, or the other one, Godzilla or something. Yeah. We would always play the B-sides, and people thought we were hipper than we really were at the time.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. So let's explain how this works for the listeners who might not know. We go through, and for Steven, who might not know, we go through each album, track 1 versus track 1, track 2 versus track 2, track 3 versus track 3. We go around, everybody picks their winning song of them. And at the end, we tally who's got the most winning songs and decide which album wins.
All right. Does my hair sound good, by the way?
Your hair sounds
amazing.
Great.
It sounds amazing.
Sounds better than mine.
Yeah,
looks better than the fur cap I'm wearing.
Oh, I got his eyebrows left.
All right, let's get stupid.
Yeah, but you've got a better shirt, Lori. If you could just cover the guy hanging on the wall behind you, it would be better.
It's my security.
I've got
Who's that?
Izzy's C cup staring at me. I'm like, really? Do I
I look hot on that towel, damn it.
Okay. All right. So round 1.
Yeah.
Toys in the Attic title track versus Back in the Saddle Rocks.
Fuck. Here we go. Fuck me.
Say that again.
So it's Toys in the Attic opens.
Yeah.
Toys in the Attic, and Back in the Saddle opens Rocks.
Oh my God.
Who would like to start? Well, let Steven start.
I'll start. Okay. Well, Back in the Saddle. I mean, it's funny. I did one of those tribute records, an Aerosmith thing, like years ago, and Tracy Guns on it. And the reason I did it is I got to play rhythm guitar, right?
Yeah.
But as much as I like that song, I would say Back in the Saddle, without a doubt. I mean, all the tricks they did in the studio with the, David Johansen in there with the making the gallop, and I mean, that's called being creative, and doing whatever you can do just to make something work. I'm Back in the Saddle.
Okay. Let's go, Aaron. I'm going in order.
I'm on board. Back in the Saddle.
Aaron's back.
Just that beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about Lori? I see him nodding.
Yeah.
Nodding out.
No, that'll be Izzy in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm Back in the Saddle as well, all the way. I reckon it's a great way to start the album.
Sure, right?
Well, it really is 2 of the great opening tracks.
Oh my God. You're completely right.
All right, so we've got how about Scotty? What are you at?
Definitely Back in the Saddle. I know, kind of reading more into the albums, and that Jack Douglas let Tom and Brad have a bit more input, and you could, like, right from the first few seconds, you're just hearing that whole band just it's like everybody is just right in your face, from the drums to the bass to both guitars and vocals, and it's just like boom. And that both great songs, but Back in the Saddle for me.
Yeah. I'm not going to be the contrarian. I'm sticking with Back in the Saddle. Awesome. And it was, I love Toys in the Attic. It's Back in the Saddle. If Toys in the Attic is a 7, Back in the Saddle is like a 9.
Yeah.
I say back is a 10. I mean, like I say, the stuff they tried in the studio, it was like, you know, Toys was a little more. It was later in the game, no, it was earlier in the game.
It was earlier in the game,
yeah. So it's interesting how they got looser and tighter as they went on. You know, shush, my dog.
I've got 2 of them in the background.
My dog likes Back in the Saddle, Bear.
Back in the Saddle. Bear's going to be Kyle's vote.
There's your tiebreaker, Paul.
And for me, I mean, yeah, Toys is such a great fucking song, but god damn, Back in the Saddle just fucking rules. And without Back in the Saddle, we never would have got fucking Sebastian Bach's version of Back in the Saddle with Axl Rose.
Never heard it. When did that come out?
Early 2000s. Early 2000s. And it's fucking heavy as fuck, dude. It's awesome.
You can't fuck up that song, man. Please don't. Anybody.
Oh no, they did not. They did not. So yes, Back in the Saddle.
All right. Second song, we have Uncle Salty versus Last Child.
Okay. You want me to start? I'll start.
Want to stick? You start. Yeah, you start, Stephen.
And stick to the game. I would say Last Child. Then again, to me, it just had that, you know, experimental, but not really. And that's another song we covered back in the Mickey Rat days that people thought was ours. So I mean, what can I say?
Do I have to go dig out my Mickey Rat vinyl and see how many Aerosmith songs are on it?
None. I can pull up something though. Believe me, I can.
The Mickey Rat album is all songs that became rap songs. So that's
Oh, that's true. A lot of them did. Yeah.
Stephen, was Jake Ely on that album?
Which one?
Whichever one you were doing the Aerosmith covers on, or if you were doing Aerosmith covers with Jake.
No, I only did the one with Tracy Guns, and like I say, I only did it because they let me play. You know, because I wanted to play guitar. I'm like, man, I used to play that back in the day like a charm. You know, and you know, even when we jammed at the Cat Club gigs, parties back then, I'd play guitar, and you know. Tammy from Faster or whoever would sing, I'd play guitar, and that would be one of the songs, Toys in the Attic. But back to Last Child.
Aaron, Last Child versus Uncle Salty.
I don't know if this is going to be a trend, but I'm on board with Stephen again. Uncle Salty, I don't know if it
yeah, kind of a
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm with Stephen on this one. Last Child.
Yeah. Right on.
I'm jumping the boat, mate. I'm going Uncle Salty.
You are going Uncle Salty.
Yeah.
It's a good song. I mean, all those earlier songs to me were amazing, but we have our favorites, you know.
Yeah. Plus, you're taking on the first album's taking on the second album, and it's really hard because first album they got to try and keep it straight if you can.
Sure.
And in the second album, you can be a little bit more riskier in it as well. And you can hear it too. So, but definitely Uncle Salty with that one.
You going Uncle Salty? All right. I won't fight you on that, but it's not my turn to fight. Scotty, it's your turn to fight if you want to fight.
It's probably my favorite Aerosmith song is Last Child.
Last Child is?
I just love that, just the whole thing with it. And when he just starts going vocal crazy at the end.
Yeah. When you're rocking the streets.
Yep.
I can't even come close, but
it's definitely Last Child for me too. Uncle Salty has grown on me over the years, but Last Child's it's a much more powerful song for me.
Yeah, I have to agree as well. And just for the record, so everybody knows this, yesterday was the very first time that I listened to these two albums in their entirety. And it started when I stopped at Amoeba and bought the cassette for Toys in the Attic.
Nice. Nice.
And yeah, dude, it's fucking Last Child.
What's in my bag?
What's in my bag? Yeah, exactly. All right, song 3. Adam's Apple versus Rats in the Cellar.
Oh, Jesus, give me a break.
Right?
Where am I going? I'm a rat.
Steve, you're back in the
Hands
cellar?
down. Rats. Where do you think I got? Let me tell you something. For those who don't know, I mean, look, a lot of our tags I took kind of from Aerosmith. They were a big, excuse me, inspiration for me. You know, when I started my band, Mickey Rat, back in the day, we played a lot of the songs. I went and saw them every chance they played San Diego Sports Arena, right there. And, you know, Out of the Cellar just didn't happen. Rat came from Mickey Rat, but Rats in the Cellar, Out of the Cellar. You know, it's
yeah.
There you go. So there's a little trivia for you.
Stephen, really quick, was it a bigger deal for you to play the San Diego Sports Arena or the LA Forum?
Madison Square Garden.
Oh wow!
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that's okay.
Because of Zeppelin, you know, the whole trip. Robin and I in the back of the limo driving through that spiral, going, God, you know, almost like Led Zeppelin, but not really. You know?
All right.
Going round and round in the spiral. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
And wait till you get to that song.
Wait till I get to exactly. That might be the one that goes to toys for Stephen. Yeah.
That's a great question, Izzy, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, San Diego Sports Arena, definitely, you know, but you know, it was a close one because we were down there, but I'm an LA guy first and foremost, moving to San Diego, then moving back up. But the sports arena was kind of a trip because where my parents' house is, where I grew up and Mickey Rat actually started, you can look down and see the sports arena, right? And we go to the concerts. And I told my mother one day, I'm going to play there. And I actually did. And then to do the gig and go home and get the same shit, empty that. You know? Let's do that. Was like, hey, I just played that. I don't give a shit. You know?
You threw your sweaty clothes on the ground and got yelled at, right?
Right, exactly.
All right. Lori, what do you got there, buddy?
Hey, what? Hey?
It's Aaron's turn.
Is it Aaron's turn? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's Aaron's turn. Aaron.
All right. I really feel like this song should have been matched up with Toys in the Attic, right? Rats in the Cellar, Toys in the Attic, but
yeah.
I'm sticking with Steven. He's my man tonight. Rats in the Cellar.
Your wife won't let you stray from Steven.
I just told her. I went in there and I said, "Hey, the special guest is Stephen fucking Pearcy." She's like, "Holy shit!" That's on the phone now, and she's coming in.
Rats in the Cellar, baby.
Rats in the Cellar. Yeah. All right. You're Rats in the Cellar. Did you say Lori? All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Rats in the Cellar as well, mate. Fucking awesome song.
Yeah.
Scotty?
I'm gonna be a little different. Funny little bit of trivia, just because I did a little bit of research on this. Because of Adam's Apple, Toys in the Attic almost was named Love at First Bite.
Oh wow.
And Joe wanted to call it Rocks, funny enough.
Wow.
They switched to Toys. And then but I went with Adam's Apple. I don't know, it was just something about the horns and that just kind of these songs are so awesome.
Catchy songs. They're all catchy songs.
Put it over the top.
That is extremely fair commentary.
Yeah.
And you know, another bit of trivia with Out of the Cellar, Rats in the Cellar is I wrote a song which I think I put up in one of my Zitters or Facebooks or something. and I told the story of not ever wanting to title a record after a song. So there's actually a Mickey Rat song I wrote called Out of the Cellar. And I would love to re-record it again because it has that rocks Aerosmith kind of vibe. I mean, look, who hasn't swiped from Aerosmith, right? Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. Anybody who says they haven't,
Absolutely.
But yeah.
With both these albums, I heard a lot of like influence from other bands that I've listened to, and I'm just like, wow, okay, I know where they got it.
Sure.
Yeah, with me, I feel I get a little bit of Alice Cooper out of a couple of the songs. Alice Cooper back in his early days.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked
But
by
that might be just me though.
No, I can see that.
Yeah.
So I'm going with RATT Out of the Cellar. That's my favorite.
Out of the cellar.
I'm taking RATT Out of the Cellar. Izzy, where are you going?
Yeah, dude, it's Rats in the Cellar. I mean, Adam's absolutely cool tune, but fucking Rats in the Cellar, man, dude.
I mean, how that song starts.
Yeah.
The hi-hat, just kind of lets you know, ass whipping coming.
Ass whipping on the way. Tighten up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this one might be the first time where we have where Toys puts up a fight. We have Walk This Way versus Combination.
Oh.
Come on now. Well, I'll start off again. Combination, come on, I mean, just so fucking brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, I love that record. I just love that Rocks record. It was just so important.
I'm starting to notice.
Yeah. It was very, very, very serious record. Learning your craft, learning shit and being a fan of the band,
I think Rocks was what, 1976?
Yes.
76.
Yeah. So this was when
sense.
you were just starting at this point.
It's just starting Mickey Rat around 78, 77, 78. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a very influential record for you.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Jesus. Yes. I mean, and then you get back. I love I'll stray a bit. Get Your Wings and the other records, no slouch, but there's something about Rocks. To me, they just stepped up and went crazy, in the studio.
Yeah. Well,
do you think production had a lot to do with it? We were talking about that before you came on the air, whether the producer this time around had something to do with it. We also had mentioned just whether the drugs had kicked up another notch and they just got darker. You know what I mean? Like it's a darker record than their first three.
Yeah, it is. Is it Douglas still?
It is, right? Yeah,
it's Jack Douglas.
Douglas and Aerosmith.
Was Jack
on both?
Was Jack a party guy?
I don't know.
I don't think so, but Jack was really good at we were talking about this, wrangling the fucking the drunkenness and the highness of everybody. And,
like Bull Hill.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't remember, was it on Rocks that he pulled in other guitar players? Or was it on Toys?
That was on. No, that was an earlier.
Was that
record.
earlier? That was earlier.
When they did Train Kept a Rolling. That wasn't the guys.
Okay.
It was
the
Monte Hoople guys.
The only additional player credited is Paul Prestopino rather.
Yeah.
But banjo on Last Child. Yeah.
Yeah, but when he was doing that, he wasn't. Those guys were. Those were ghost players. They were.
They were ghosts. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So Stephen went with combination over Walk This Way. Aaron, combination versus Walk This Way.
Well, I'll tell you, I knew there was going to be a time where Stephen and I.
See how it goes.
And I'll tell you, there, like I was saying, there's such a groove on combination, but we're talking about, and I know it's overplayed, and a lot of people, detract, I guess, from a lot of that, the songs that are really overplayed, but it's tough for me to go against that riff and Walk This Way. Would you say it's their most iconic riff?
Close.
In their catalog?
I would say close. Me.
I don't know what else.
Sure.
I mean, I would have to go that way. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that.
So I'm going to go Walk This Way on this one.
All right.
Yeah, I'm the same,
Lori.
man, all the way. It's a shame that combination has to take it on, you know, but it's
Ooh.
this way.
Oh, yeah. Well, Walk This Way was iconic. I mean, Jesus, you still hear it 50
right from the
times a
get-go,
day.
you know what it is, you know.
I never had a band that covered Walk This Way because I have all the musical ability of my dog. But
can you say Run DMC covered it?
but you know what? That was really fucking cool when they did, because I've never liked hip hop, but I liked that song. That was really cool when they did that.
That was fucking amazing.
That was awesome. And I feel like it was downhill from there with Aerosmith for me. But no, I had a little bit after that. It was downhill starting at Pump, where I was just, they started to lose me a bit. But I'm going Walk This Way.
Pump.
I got to go Walk This Way.
You didn't like honking on Bobo?
Honking.
The fuck is that about? That's when I went. Take some dope.
Yeah, it's like when Alicia Silverstone joined the band, I was like, okay, I don't know what I can do with this anymore. That's just
Alicia Silverspoon, yeah.
But this is
I still have my honking on Bobo commemorative harmonica. Don't knock it.
Oh wow.
Don't knock it.
Knock, knock.
I couldn't tell you a song off that. I could not. I gave up after.
Two of the songs that got me into rock were Walk This Way and Sweet Emotion. They were two of the first songs that I remember hearing in the back seat of my friend's brother's car, because he threw the Aerosmith cassette in. And they were the two songs that just jumped out at me. And I will credit Aerosmith, Walk This Way, and Sweet Emotion for being those songs. So I'm going to Walk This Way. Izzy?
Scott, did we skip Scotty?
Oh, we did skip Scotty. No,
okay.
Scotty said, I thought Scotty said Toys.
Nope.
Oh, okay, go.
No. Yeah, I'm going with Walk This Way.
Yeah.
By a sliver, because I really liked the vocals of Joe and Steve on Combination. But the thing that got me was Walk This Way was inspired by Young Frankenstein.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Steven Tyler.
It was.
When
I like it even more now.
Was playing Igor.
That's right.
Right. What home?
I say Walk This Way all the time.
That's right. I did hear that. Walk this way.
Walk This Way.
Yeah.
All right, Izzy, how about you?
Just really quick, Tony Baruman in the chat room says, Chips, enough, we're on here. We could have a drinking game and take a shot every time he says trim. And Bruce from Canada says, first of all, we need RATT back on Monsters of Rock Cruise. And he also says, Daryl Dwarf says his vote is for Toys. And my message for Daryl Dwarf, you should be listening to the show and make your decision that way. But yeah, here's the thing with Walk This Way.
If Daryl Dwarf is there, tell him we got his books. Thank you very much.
Yes, we did. Thank you, Dunk. Walk This Way, the first time I heard it memorably was the Run DMC version. And when I heard the Aerosmith version, I didn't like it because I was used to the Run DMC version. And dude, combination fucking rocks. So I'm going combination.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
All right. Wow. I think you're just trying to kiss Steven's ass, but that's okay.
Absolutely not.
That song is so sleazy. Combination.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It just oozes sleaze. You know, I love it.
So this next one, we have a big 10-inch record closing out side 1 on Toys against Sick as a Dog opening side 2 on Rocks. So big 10-inch versus Sick as a Dog.
Well, there again, I'll say Sick as a Dog, another song that I covered back in the day, and big 10-inch. You know, the horns and the it's all groovy and shit. But yeah. I mean, Sick as a Dog, come on. You know, God, we lived it and puked it, you know, and played it.
Picked off the fleas.
Yeah, right. Sick as a Dog.
That is awesome. We lived it, we puked it, and played it.
Yeah. In any order, you know.
Right. That'll be the Blabbermouth headline tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Right. Aaron.
I'm back on the Pearcy train. I'll tell you, I've hated that big 10-inch record since I was a little fucking kid. I swear to God, I hated that song.
Yeah, right. You're looking at your PB going, oh man.
Mine's only 9.5 inches.
Like,
yes, I was like, son of a bitch.
It's like Stephen really 10 inches.
Scotty or Lori.
Man, I love Sick as a Dog, man, but I went big 10-inch.
Just swing.
You're going with wishful thinking? Okay.
No, I'm not going for wishful thinking, man. I'm just going for the song. Bridget,
all right. Scotty.
I gotta take off the fur cap. It's getting warm in here.
I don't know why you waited that long to take off the fur cap.
I was representing Canada. What can I say?
There you go.
This one was actually tough for me because like you hear on like it's Sick as a Dog, like Tom's playing rhythm guitar and Joe was playing bass for part of that song. But the big 10-inch is actually a cover that they heard on Dr. Demento. And I actually went and looked it up for was it Bull Moose Jackson? And they pretty much did it spot on. Like they didn't change anything on that. And I like it's just got that, you know, that there's always that one quirky song that, you know, bands that you like has. And yeah, big 10-inch just you just sit there and you always want to be snapping your fingers.
Yeah. That's nice trivia, actually.
Yeah, you're killing with the trivia here.
You Canadians really do your homework, don't you?
So Scotty and Lori, we have 2 rocks, 2 toys. I'm flipping back to rocks. Big 10-inch just comes off as campy to me. I just can't. I feel like Ice Cream Man did it better. I don't hate it. Not like I have to turn it off every time it comes on, but it's not beating Sick as a Dog for me.
Yeah, I have to agree. 100%.
I mean, everything Steven said about combination, I can apply to Sick as a Dog in this one and make that why I'm taking it over big 10-inch, because big 10-inch it's just a little too goofy for me.
Yeah, it's almost like fucking it's like the 70s version of David Lee Roth, just a gigolo. Everywhere I go, which rules.
Yeah.
Which does rule. Yes, it does.
Well, I'll let you know. I'll check back with you and let you know if Dave plays that when he does his residence here in Vegas this week.
Oh, you're going on the show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Maybe I'll jump up there if you'll let me.
Fuck yeah.
That would not suck.
Sammy did.
Sammy did, yeah.
Come on, Dave.
Like Dave, Sammy did, and you're cooler.
Sammy let me on.
I'll say, give me a break.
Stephen, what did you play when you jumped on with Sammy?
Rock and roll, Zeppelin. I mean, come on, Jason.
Right. There's
no
your shot.
Yeah, get to play with the bloodline.
Yeah, I was way into it. It had great chats too, man. It's amazing, amazing.
The clips sound great. I saw them online. Yeah, I think did you send it out or did someone else send it out?
I think somebody else did it. I mean, it was crazy. I didn't expect to even jam. I just went to see him, but it was opening night, and he's like, just come on up. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Like I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. It's like with Dave, it might be a tougher call. Come on, Dave, give me a break, you know.
Give your brother a break, Dave.
What you did there, I see it.
And we go way back, so let's see.
But yeah, I got to go down rocks for this one. Sick as a Dog.
All right, this one right here. I'm just gonna preface this with saying I'm glad I don't go first because I still don't know how I'm answering this one. Track 6. Opening side 2 of Toys, Sweet Emotion. And the second song on side 2 of Rocks, Nobody's Fault.
Oh,
I know.
This is brutal. I think it's brutal.
You and I are sharing a brain on that.
Oh my God.
So It's really hard because Sweet Emotion, Sweet Emotion.
Mhm.
And Nobody's Fault is Nobody's Fault. And wow.
Yeah, right. Is it me?
Yeah, we'll keep the order going around.
All right. Well, keep going round and round. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I am going to say Sweet Emotion. Damn, that's a close one. But I'm gonna go Nobody's Fault just because that whole record, like I say, just sleazy to me. Just loved it to death, you know. Nobody's Fault, definitely.
All right, Aaron.
I'm staying with Stephen, man. I'll tell you,
way cool.
For me, I just remember hearing the Testament cover.
Oh my God, that Testament cover was incredible
on MTV back in the day, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then I realized it was a cover.
Yep.
So you go back and you listen to Aerosmith, and the Aerosmith version is fantastic. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go Nobody's Fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're taking the Testament version.
So that's half a point.
Yeah, you get half a point.
I'll go Flotsam and Jetsam version of Saturday Night's All Right. There we go.
All right, then where would you put Rat's Walking the Dog with Aerosmith's Walking the Dog?
I'm going Rat. Come on.
I mean, as long as you're on the
And
as
I'll
long
tell
as
you
you're on
what.
the call, we're all going to go Rat.
Yeah, right. but no. I mean, you know, I just threw that in because, you know, you were talking about the original somebody doing the other version of their song. Well, we went as close as we could to the Aerosmith version.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't step outside the box for nothing. And then when Atlantic, I mean, it was put out a shorter version or something, and it sucked. I hate the short version of any song, actually. But anyway, next,
Lori.
Yeah, mate, I'm Sweet Emotion.
Sweet Emotion.
Yeah.
No shame in that.
No shame in it.
No.
Scotty?
I'll probably surprise some folks, but I'm going with Nobody's Fault.
Oh, there you go.
And you get a sense of like Cinderella inspiration in that type of, just with the vocals, guitar and everything. I that just hit my head going, you know, you can think you hear like Tom at one point going, hey, that's a great sound. And
yeah.
All right. I can't, same reason I took Walk This Way. I got to take Sweet Emotion. It was my gateway drug to guitar driven music. And without it, I'd probably be listening to even more Culture Club than I already do. And that's
Can we edit that out?
Absolutely not. That is actually going to be a new sound bite.
That's going to be a new sound bite.
It's going to be a new drop. A new drop.
Was it for Sweet Emotion? I'd be listening to more Culture Club than I already do. Yes.
Yep.
But that's so it's Sweet Emotion for me. It's just we were joking about the word epic before when we were off air, and that to me is just it's just a colossal song.
It is. It's monstrous and it is perfect. And I think that's one of the reasons that I stay away from it. And that I have to go with Nobody's Fault is just there's just a greasiness about that fucking song that I just love.
There you go. And Sweet Emotion, I mean, you know, there's something called overplay, you know, I mean, it's great. Yeah. It's great for the digits, but I mean, come on, but every cover band on the planet played it, you know?
Right. But Stephen, here's the other side of it though, too, is like, dude, a hit is a hit is a hit is a hit. You can't take it away from it because it gets overplayed.
Oh, no.
You know,
no, that's on live, and then live, it's just amazing. You know, they play it different pretty much every night.
Yeah, I mean, Christ, people could say that about Round and Round. It's like, Jesus Christ, I turned on
100%.
The greatest fucking hair metal song of all time.
I agree with
fucking Round.
It can be overplayed. That's why it's great to hear other people play it. To hear other people play it is great.
Yeah.
You know,
we have a lot of these. We talk about Kiss a lot on this show, and everybody really like gets into the it's overplayed, and I try not to let that cloud my vision because, you know, like you said, it's a great song, and it's going to get overplayed.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have to listen to it when it's overplayed all the time. You know, it's like it's not your fault. You wrote a great song and it played a lot. I don't like docking people for that.
It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault.
Yeah. Just really quick. So I'm looking at like the Wikipedias, and they have the writers listed. And after they drop the first names, it just goes Tyler Perry.
That's pretty funny.
Like, that guy's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, he's done it all. He wrote all these Aerosmith songs. What the fuck?
But the Diaz rocks in the attic.
All right, track 7. This one is going to be an interesting one. No more. Fuck. Toys in the Attic.
Fuck.
No more. Again, Get the Lead Out. Get the Lead Out from Rocks.
Ooh, that's a close one for me. Let's see. I'll show you my best. Take hold of my breath. Wow, that's a tie for me if we can have a tie. Because no more is fucking, you know what? That's a tough one.
It is.
It is.
It's very tough.
That's a tough one. Skip.
All right, we'll come back to Steven.
Get back to me.
We'll come back to Steven. So now Aaron actually has to think for himself. He can't rip Steven's guess off.
Hey, we got Kyle Havens coming in.
Kyle is not feeling so well right now. He's actually sick. It's not like a hangover. And I just said, dude, it's all good. Pearcy's on with us. And what happens? Kyle shows up.
It looks like a hangover to me, man.
Got a hangover?
Paul, should we let him run through his picks like in bowling when we have to wait up for
So when you have to catch up? I don't know the rules of bowling that well.
Rules of balls, that's all.
Rules of bowling. Get drunk.
Kyle, you look like you're about to fall over.
There we go, party pal. I need to hang with that guy.
Yeah, you look like you're. I can't tell if you're dope sick or you have COVID. It's one or the other.
All of the above.
There you go.
Kyle will make my decision for me. Kyle, you got to wake up and make my decision for me.
Okay. What are we still on this? You guys haven't decided that fucking Toys in the Attic is the one that wins?
Just woke up, huh?
Died for like 4 days.
All right, so how about we'll let Kyle gain his composure, and we will go to Aaron now for No More versus Get the Lead Out.
All right. I'm going back with Toys in the Attic on this one. No more.
Okay. Lori.
Man, I love No More, man. Like it's got a good line in there. You know, I ain't seen daylight since I started this band. It's like, cool, man, you know. But Get the Lead Out, mate, all the way.
Did somebody say a line?
Yeah, don't get Kyle excited.
That's all we do over in Australia, man.
Scotty.
Only because the end of Get the Lead Out just messes with my head. I don't know what it is, but the fade out of that. But No More. It just sounds. It's got everything that to me screams Aerosmith. Just the whole band clicking and firing. You just hear the whole band rocking. And it's classic Aerosmith to me.
Yeah.
I feel like No More is the first song. I'm just looking off at the track listing here. I feel like it's the first song where Aerosmith just basically put the pedal to the metal on this record. And I almost feel like No More could be on Rocks. I'm taking No More.
Yeah. And isn't there less songs on Rocks?
Nope.
No, there's 9 on both.
9
on both.
Oh, okay. Well, Kyle's gonna make my decision.
We'll let Izzy go first. You go no
Yeah.
more, no more?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Dude,
There you go.
fucking no more. Dude, that fucking
Wow,
amazing.
is that unanimous, Paul?
That is
Yeah.
our first. It's only our second unanimous, and it's the first. There's been one for each, but that is our. Yeah, that is. Back in the Saddle was unanimous. It's the first one, and that one's unanimous. That's. We might see a late album run here.
Yeah, I actually went for Get the Lead Out on that one.
Track number 8. This is a good one. This is going to be another one. This one is gonna blow Kyle's what's left of his mind right now. We have Round and Round versus Licking a Promise.
Oh man,
I got a feeling where somebody's going on this one.
Well,
I think you know what. I do think Steven's going to give us a story on this one. I think
there is, and I got to tell you, Aerosmith was very inspirational in a lot of what I did back in the day, creating, and what stuck in my head that I didn't use, from Out of the Cellar to RATT to Rats in the Cellar. To Round and Round, even to Walking the Dog. Why we played Walking the Dog. I just loved Aerosmith. And but that's a tough one, even though Round and Round, and it's a great song. I'm going to what's the other one? Licking a Promise.
Yeah.
Licking a Promise.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Round and Round.
Mm.
Not as good as another Round and Round I know.
I was about to say it's not even the best Round and Round on this call.
It's not at the best Round and Round on the planet, but
and I should have picked it, but no.
No. You're like, it's overplayed.
Well, not enough. After the Geico, not enough.
Yeah, after Geico, not enough.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Lori.
I went for Licking a Promise, man. It just fucking kicks ass, that song. It's a kick ass song.
Yeah.
Scotty?
I'm going Round and Round. It has kind of a draw the line kind of feel, kind of that little bit Kings and Queens type riffs in it. And it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
And just a quick Round and Round question. Stephen, on your one of your solo albums, you did a cover of Round and Round with, was it the Veronicas?
With
How
who?
did that come about?
With who?
Was it the Veronica? It was a female band.
Oh, the
Or was it
Donnas.
The Donnas.
The Donnas.
Yeah, I was actually
Izzy needs to have a moment now. You said Donnas.
I was gonna actually kind of work with them for a minute there, and I said, well, Eric and I, my guitar player Ferentino solo band, we jam with them, and I go, well, learn Round and Round, and we'll go up there and I'll go to your show and jam. And then we started talking about working. We were in the studio, and I'm like, let's just record Round and Round, and we can trade off vocals and stuff. It was fun. Yeah. The Donnas did Round and Round. Yeah. Good version though. Good version.
Yeah. Like when I bought that solo album, I was just like, oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man.
I'm going with Licking a Promise because I'm going to stay faithful to that guy's Round and Round, right? I'm pointing to him. His Round and Round. No, I'm going. Licking a Promise is an awesome song. I love the song. It's awesome. I got to go Licking a Promise.
And just before I give my answer, reference to earlier, this was the billboard I was speaking of. That went to Kyle's head.
Is that Kyle Havens behind you?
Is that DiCaprio?
Yes.
That's me right now.
Oh,
but I Round and Round. I'm sorry, Round and Round.
Wow.
Well, this comes down to Kyle Havens. This is big. This is our first tiebreak of the night, I believe.
True.
So I'm more likely to give a lick and a promise than I am to go round and round. So
And Corey's used to going round and round.
There we go.
Well, here, let's do this. Since we got Kyle, let's get caught up with his picks so we can make all the votes even.
Oh,
yeah, Back in the Saddle. I know for sure is the first song of a Rocks. That one wins leaps and fucking bounds above everything else on both albums. And then number 2 is what, Uncle Salty and
Last Child.
I'm gonna have to go Last Child.
Oh.
Yeah, Last Child on that one.
Okay. Then we got Adam's Apple versus Rats in the Cellar. And you're gonna have to listen to the podcast to hear Steven's story about Rats in the Cellar.
I'm gonna say Rats.
All right. Then we have Walk This Way versus Combination.
Walk This Way.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, you can never deny its its impact.
No, you can't.
Right.
You can't.
That's right.
Then we have 10-inch Record versus Sick as a Dog. I mean, since you are sick as a dog right now.
Yes.
Oh.
Because he was playing his 10-inch
Big
record.
10-inch record.
You're going Big 10-inch?
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. And Steven's about to rescind when you're letting him make a vote with all those Toys picks.
Yep.
And then the 6th one is Sweet Emotion versus Nobody's Fault.
That's another difficult one because just like the Walk This Way, you can't deny Sweet Emotion's impact on society.
I agree.
There you go.
All right.
I guess you gotta just stay with it. If I'm gonna pick one, I gotta pick the other, right?
Yep. All right. So that gets us caught up with now we're to the last track. You See Me Crying on Toys versus Home Tonight on Rocks.
Ooh. See Me Crying. Home Tonight. Kind of the same tune.
Yeah,
Same
right.
vibe. Yeah, definitely.
God, he probably wrote those at the same time and had the wow. I'm confused on that one. Threw me for a loop. They're both too mellow for me anyway.
Yeah.
I could go either way with that. I'm not, Home Tonight. It kind of tells a story, I don't know. Kind of campy too, kind of hey baby, I'll be home tonight. Yeah, right.
I'll be home tonight. Aaron.
Yeah, my wife and I were listening to You See Me Crying, and I was like, this could have been written by Carole King.
She probably wrote it.
But there's a great story, and I'm sure I'm jumping ahead of Scotty here because I guarantee you he knows this. But apparently in like 84, Tyler, who's all drugged out at this point, hears this song, You See Me Crying, played by a DJ in the studio. And he goes, holy shit, that is a great fucking tune. He looks at his bandmates and he goes, hey, we ought to cover this. And anecdotally, Perry looks at him, he goes, it's us, you fuckhead.
Wow.
That's great.
That's a good story.
That's fucking great.
God, I'm glad I never fucked up like that.
So
I'm going
Aaron, what's your...
I'll just crumple up this piece of paper with that note on it. 1 sec here. I'm just going to that up.
Cross off. All right, Lori.
Yeah, I'm always a sucker for a ballad, man. Both songs are good ballads, but mate, You See Me Crying, it works for me.
All right, Scotty.
Well, I did have an anecdote, but that's gone now.
Thanks, Aaron.
both songs are great. You can definitely see where these were building blocks for the stuff in their later albums. But I sat back and even though I was 3 when Rocks came out. Home Tonight just seemed like that song you wanted to get with your girl with at the end of a high school dance. So that
when you
one's
were 3,
kind
you're talking about your preschool dance.
of kindergarten. And
You got in her diaper.
But
Did you get in her diaper?
He's saying he's commenting how young you look, Scotty.
Okay.
So wait, you're going with. So which one are you going with?
I'm going with Home Tonight.
Home Tonight. Okay.
It just seems like a classic ballad, and
yeah.
Oh, they're both classic.
Kyle.
I'm gonna side with the Ozzy on this one and go. You see me crying.
Crying. All right, sorry.
See, building blocks for the future.
I am.
There you go.
I Aerosmith lost me with crying, and except I think that was crying, not crying. But on You See Me Crying feels like it should be on the Peter Criss solo record, and I don't want to get into that discussion again. So I'm going with Home Tonight.
Oh, fuck. Feel the love.
And because you made that amazing comparison.
Okay, and I know the reason why I keep score is because Izzy can only count 2.
I can't count past Peter Criss.
Right, okay.
But the Peter Criss solo record is the best album Kiss ever put out with the Kiss logo on it. Oh, let me rephrase that. It's the best of the solo albums. I'm sorry, it is. It's not the best Kiss record, but it's the best of the solo albums. And this is the better song, which is You See Me Crying.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
What was Peter Criss's other solo band name?
Chelsea.
You guys?
Chelsea.
No.
Yes, it was.
Balls of Fire.
Oh.
Yes. Great Balls. Yeah, right.
Right.
He
opened up for rap.
Stephen Pearcy, he did the cover of Great Balls of Fire on the
okay. I was talking pre-Kiss. It was called Chelsea.
That's
yes. While Paul's tallying, Stephen, let me ask you. I see that Randy Rhoads flying V behind you. Did you know Randy? Do you have any good Randy Rhoads stories?
When I first moved, I moved to LA. Well, I'd come up and back and forth in like when I started playing, and a friend of mine kept trying to have me go see a band, Van Halen, at Gazzari's. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get up there. And I just started really playing or learning. And I was much more of a guitar player than the singer guy. Yeah. And I finally got to meet Ed and at the Whiskey before the first record, or as it was coming out. And I actually used to run into trippy people back then, like Kevin DeBro and stuff. And I think I had met Randy maybe once. It's still kind of vague. And I just remember a guitar school or something. I guess he was teaching or something, but I wish I did, but no. But good stuff back then though. 78. No, but that's a nice guitar right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it definitely is.
It's a beast.
So here is the irony of this whole thing. Do we want to go by cumulative votes? Do we want to go by how many songs were won? Do we want to go by?
Let's do both.
Are you done?
There's 3 ways to score. So there's 3 ways. Yeah, we're done. We're done with the albums. So
come on. There's no bonus tracks or anything.
No, because we do vinyl.
Maybe on a CD.
Yeah, right.
So next we'll go into Pump versus 9 Live.
Get a grip.
Permanent
vacation.
Don't call me.
Don't call me. Steven's like, lose my number. I want a lack of communication on that one.
Oh.
All right. So all 4 of the listeners preferred Toys to Rocks.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Steven, myself, and Izzy all preferred Rocks to Toys. It was pretty close. I was 4-5. Steven was a landslide 1-8. Izzy was 3-6. But we all picked Rocks. Everybody else was Aaron and Scotty were 5 tracks to 4 for Toys. and Lori and Kyle were 6 tracks to 3. So in that way, Toys won. However, if you add up the total votes,
which is how we
Rock
do it.
won. Which is how we do it. Rocks won. And if you go by track, Rocks won. So in the tiebreaker, Rocks wins. 5 tracks to 4 tracks, Rock won.
And
There
I
you
got
go.
ripped off again.
So Rocks reigns supreme. And really, the only thing anybody needed to know for any of this is what Steven said, because he said from the beginning it wasn't even close.
Yeah. Well, to me, my opinion is on the finality of this is Rocks. To me was just an amazing record at a time when I was just taking it all in, musicianship, seeing them live, up front, in the back, on acid, off acid, and then seeing them later on play the same songs, years later, and actually got to play a gig with them. RATT did once, thank God.
Wow.
Yeah, the same with Van Halen, only once, but once was enough.
Where'd you play with Aerosmith?
I think it was Brazil, somewhere up there, Sao Paulo or somewhere. But that record, Rocks, to me was just really important. Hence, I took all these titles and things from, Rats in the Cellar and Out of the Cellar and Round. I mean, no brainer, But,
no brainer.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. When my gut was, I thought I was going to lean towards Toys until I sat with both records again, and it kind of was a no-brainer pretty quickly once I started listening. Once I sat with both records again, and you get over the fact that it's got, because I always think of No More, Sweet Emotion, Walk This Way. It's just you always think of that album, but it was the minute I listened to the album side 1, side 2, Rocks just blew it away for me.
Yep.
Hey, how old is everybody here? Just out of curiosity, I'm assuming Kyle's the youngest of us.
What? No way.
What? Just by his picks?
No. Just he does like a little
Toys is the
that
older
actor,
album,
Leonardo
isn't it?
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I think
I'm 25.
Yeah, you're the youngest by about 20 years.
Oh yeah.
You weren't even around when our EP came out. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't either. No. I'm probably the eldest of the gentlemen here, I believe.
I believe you are.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if anyone's older than me.
How old are you?
Is anyone older than 50 other than Steven?
I'm 51.
Yeah, so I'm the second oldest. Who's 51? Who said I'm 51? All right, you're older than me because I'm 50. So we got 2 50s. So Steven, Aaron, me, and then I think Izzy's right under me, right, Izzy?
49.
Yeah.
48. I was curious about, I grew up being a Kiss fan. So Aerosmith and AC/DC they weren't pegging with me as a 6, 7, 8-year-old. It took me a while. And then I immediately got into Maiden.
Yeah.
And then it was RATT, and
Van
Halen. Right.
Yeah.
I can see you're absolutely right though, Aaron, because it was the same thing with me. I was a Kiss fan when I was younger, and Aerosmith and AC/DC I didn't get into until later. I went back into those bands. And like I said, I can tell you where I was the first time I heard Sweet Emotion and Walk This Way. I was in the back of my friend's brother's car, and it was just, this is what the older, cooler brother listens to, so this is what I should listen to. I mean, it was just, and that was basically what it was.
Exactly.
But that was like I said, Aerosmith was really my gateway into heavier music because I didn't consider Kiss heavy.
Do you know what's a trip is me being 10 something odd years ahead of the game here? It was word of mouth. It wasn't how music and everything came to the later, you guys, especially 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds even. You were, you had MTV, you had this and that. All I had to go by was really word of mouth, and if you're lucky, you pick up a, Crawdaddy, these old rock magazines. You're like, and that's where you saw Carole King next to Aerosmith and going, well, I'll take these guys,
Right?
Yeah.
Or me seeing a poster of Alice Cooper in my friend's bedroom going, who is that ugly chick, And he's going, that's a dude called Alice Cooper. Well, there you go. I become an Alice Cooper fan with Love It to Death. So it's pretty interesting what you're saying, demographics.
Because
how you got into the songs.
We got into bands because of how they looked, because we didn't hear a lot of this stuff on the radio. So it was
it was never played on the radio back then. Ever.
No.
Well, you didn't hear about Blue Oyster Cult unless it was word of mouth in the mid 70s. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even when Kiss first started, you didn't hear about them unless it was word of mouth or you saw them years later. Not when they became like part of culture. Okay.
Well,
Stephen, Paul, I'll throw this out to you guys. My first experience with Kiss was the Paul Lynde Halloween special.
Oh my God.
1976.
Now that's cool, huh?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
First record I ever bought with my own money was Kiss Alive 2.
Wow.
First album I had. First album
that's
I had.
Good.
Kiss Alive 2.
That's a good question. What was it? What was everybody's first record?
I'm with Paul. That was my first album.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mine was for Christmas of 1976. I would have been 4. My mom bought me Destroyer. And
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about Kyle?
Kyle's first album was Katy Perry.
No. It was the Barney record.
Okay, listen. I have a couple of answers for this. First record I was ever given was Bon Jovi's
Slippery When Done.
No. Have a Nice Day. That's it.
Someone gave that to you. Someone gave that to you because they didn't want it. So that was the first one.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The first vinyl that
I'm sorry. I can't even imagine being introduced to Bon Jovi with Have a Nice Day. I just can't even.
No, I already knew who Bon Jovi was. My mom was a huge Bon Jovi fan.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's a little bit better then.
It had just been released. That's why she gave it to me.
You're like, thanks. You're like, thanks. I'm having a shitty day now.
Well,
I don't. I think my first record was actually Black Sabbath. The Witch record. The one with
the original.
The original. Wow.
Yeah. So take it from there, and you get all.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know the song "Evil Woman" was a band out of Minneapolis called Crow that did the original version of that. Yeah.
I see this trivia. I love this shit.
Oh,
that's cool.
I can actually say Handle Emmy. My first album that I bought with my own money was Invasion of Your Privacy.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice. Thank
you.
Nice. I bought that. I bought that cassette because of the chick on the cover, who I did not know. I was too young to know she was a Playmate.
Is he still hasn't listened to the album because he can't unstick because it's stuck closed.
And that was Marianne Gravitt, right? Marianne Gravitt.
And you know who the art directed on those? Me.
Of course.
But what was the first concert you went to? First concert.
All right, I'll
everybody.
I'll start this one.
Go for it.
And this is interesting because it comes back years later. Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon.
Nice.
So my mother gets us in backstage because he knows the arena director. So we didn't meet anybody, but we run through backstage. I'm 13 years old, I think. And
Jakey
Lee. That was Stephen, that was Wasted, Motley Crue, on Shout at the Devil, and then Bark at the Moon.
Wow. You saw Motley on the Shout at the Devil.
My first tour shirt was a bootleg out. I bought it at $10 outside. That's the only shirt, and I had an Invading Your Privacy tour shirt as well. But for whatever reason, I kept that Ozzy shirt. I see Jakey Lee play a local pub here in Binghamton. I bring that shirt down. The son of a bitch. First off, the rest of the band comes out. more than willing to hang
Is
out.
this wait? Is this recently?
This is around, I'm going to say about 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah, you're lucky you even played. You're lucky you even played the show, let alone comes out afterwards.
He looked like he had a great time, but he would not get off the bus. So I said, hey, I said to one of the roadies, I said, throw him this shirt. See what he said. He just looks at it, he goes, bootleg, throws it. I see him.
Sounds like me. I know every bootleg. Who else? Let's see. What other first concerts?
My first concert was Use Your Illusion tour with Skid Row opening up.
Interesting.
Nice. Wow.
See,
really
then
good.
we're talking demographics. Who else we got going here? Paul, everybody. What else?
My first concert was the Eurythmics with Modern English opening.
Good old
They played it,
Wow.
but to be fair, they played at my high school. I hadn't started going to concerts yet. It was okay. I was allowed to go to that one because it was at my high school. The first arena show that I saw, that was the first arena show I saw was a couple years later, and it was Rush, Hold Your Fire, with Macaulay Schenker Group opening.
Nice.
Well, Kyle, what's your favorite? Your first gig?
My first was
Wiggles.
Queens of the Stone Age.
I'll blow you all away. I'll
Queens
blow
of the
you all
Stone
away.
Age.
My first concert was 3 Dog Night at the Forum.
Wow. Stephen, did you ever see Elvis?
No, I ain't that old, but no.
No, you are.
Steven, did you ever see Elvis? No, I ain't that old.
I'll see him eventually. But no, I mean,
I said I'll see him eventually.
but I gotta tell you, it's possible that I could have. But I mean, 3 Dog Night, I think it was like I was a pup, man. All I remember is I had a little date, a little date, and my mom dropped us off at the Forum and picked us up. I don't remember anything else, but Eli's coming, all these great 3 Dog Night tunes.
Was that
and
Jeremiah
the craziest
was a bullfrog?
all of those great hits. And I'll tell you what, I love that fucking band. I actually met that singer guy who had
Chuck
all the
Negron.
I actually met him at a signing thing years and years later, and I told him, I go, the first gig I saw was with you, and I think he said something like, was I coherent or standing or something? And I go, I don't know, but it was fucking amazing selling out the Forum, and you got these kids going to see, but I don't know why. I went and saw them, but it was the same time me being introduced to like Rory Gallagher and all the wacky ass people,
Nice.
So I come from way early 70s kind of bands and just word of mouth, unlike you guys who had MTV and all that other crap.
Scotty, what about you?
My first one, Motley Crue and Whitesnake.
Oh, nice.
For girls.
Wow.
Girls.
Nice.
Yeah.
See,
Tommy Aldrich was my first drum solo, and just wow. And then Tommy after it.
Yeah.
Just,
Trying to outdo each other, right?
Neil Peart was my first drum solo, so I think I got you beat on that one.
Wow.
Well, no, I got you all beat. Led Zeppelin, I saw 3 times. John Bonham.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough
that
to
shuts
see
us
them.
up.
I saw them twice in San Diego on a Monday night and a Wednesday night. And then I saw them at the Forum in 75. So I saw them in 73 and 75. And talk about something to change your life. It was like, fuck this, man. This is amazing.
Right.
Yeah. Talk about a drum solo. It beat Godzilla hands down,
My first show is like, it's kind of weird because I went to parochial school and Catholic high school and all that shit. So every year we had this fundraiser and it was put on by Bobby V. And Bobby V was the guy who got famous because he filled in for Buddy Holly the night that Buddy died.
Wow.
Take good care of my baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Good trivia.
So he brought in every year. He brought in for the fundraiser. It was called Rock Around the Clock. I saw the Shirelles. I saw fucking Janet Dean.
Wow.
I saw who's the guy with the soapbox guitar, Scarbox guitar, Bo Diddley.
Bo Diddley.
Wow. In fourth
grade,
grade, Chubby Checker pulled me on stage, and I did the twist with Chubby Checker.
Wait, hold on. How do I not know this about you? Chubby
How do you
Checker
not know
pulled
this? You
Izzy
always
Presley
talk about
on
it.
stage,
4th grade,
and you did the twist with Chubby Checker.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
he wasn't chubby.
True story. True story.
From now on, your new name is Chubby Presley.
Chubby Presley.
That's it. Your new name, and you always call yourself the fat kid. From now on, you're Chubby Presley.
But as far as like rock and roll goes, my first big boy show was '88. Monsters of Rock, Van Halen, Scorpions, Dokken, Metallica, Kingdom Come.
Wow.
Oh.
Way cool.
Was that in at the LA
No, I saw it in Minneapolis.
Mausoleum?
I saw it at the Metrodome in Minneapolis for $25.
Mausoleum.
My mom waited in line for our tickets. That's how cool my mom was. Yeah.
Your mom's cool. Very cool. Sounds like my mom. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Destroyer.
My mom wasn't waiting in line for me to go to concert. She'd wait in line for me to get a better seat at church, but she wasn't waiting in line for me to get concert tickets.
Same here, right? So that's it. Well, this is way cool, man. I appreciate it.
Well, Stephen, thank you so much, man. We appreciate the fact that you jumped on.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time, Stephen.
Yeah, but
not a problem.
Look, before you
Being
balance,
a longtime fan is amazing.
Yeah.
Before you balance, let us know what's going on in Stephen World. You got anything in the books?
Well, yeah, Stephen's World is you go to official StephenPearcy.com. I have a bunch of solo dates I'm doing. There's a little dysfunction in the junction, and that's okay because I have another solo record, my 6th solo record coming out next year, and a lot of groovy stuff, just doing what I do. I write all the time and record as much as possible, and I still like yelling at people. And so, I'll go out and yell at you. Got a bunch of cool shows on the books and their anchor dates. So we'll take it from there.
I believe you're
New
doing
Year's Eve.
M3 this year?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Solo. Yeah.
M3 with Blue Oyster Cult, Aaron.
Blue Oyster Cult. Striper is back.
Yeah.
And I got to jam with Blue Oyster Cult once. Talk about cool. Fuck.
Nice. Did you do Take Me Away? Because that song fucking rules.
No, I did Dominance and Submission. I requested it. They wanted me to do Don't Fear the thing with the cowbell, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I go, you're out of your fucking mind, guys. Come on. I ain't going out there with a fucking conk, conk, conk. So I went.
Smashing your thumb.
Dominance and Submission is another song I used to cover. Blue Oyster Cult, Zeppelin, early Aerosmith back in Mickey Rat days. So, it was amazing. But anyway, another bit of trivia. But yeah, I got a bunch of solo stuff going out. And as Paul, we're doing things, obviously, he's management, but a lot of groovy stuff going down.
Awesome.
But thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. And
Stephen, thank you,
everybody.
It was
and we will have you. We're gonna back on in the new year when there's new music to talk about and plug all that. I'll do proper interview type stuff. But thank you for being a part of this.
And you guys, thank you. Pleasure hanging.
It was awesome.
Thank you for coming on.
Fuck
One of my heroes, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
Love
Thanks,
it.
Stephen.
God bless you.
I'm out.
Stephen Pearcy. Stephen Pearcy, everybody. We kept the secret, ladies and gentlemen. My God, the rat bastard, the guy who you used to picture on the cover of Metal Edge magazine holding his cock king. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen fucking Pearcy, fucking rock star, man. I love it. Great job, Paul.
Thank you. I'm good for something.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let's do some final words. Let's wrap the podcast up, and we can keep the fucking Zoom going for a little bit if we want. Doesn't matter. It's all good.
All good.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's wrap the podcast up. Kyle.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle jumping in late, even though he's sick. But thank you.
I'm dead, but I had to meet Stephen Pearcy because look, my mom, she used to collect what's it called, Circus magazine.
Circus, yeah.
Competition,
when it was a magazine.
Yeah.
And one day when we were moving, I was going through all of our boxes and shit, seeing what needs to go over here, go over there. I'm like, Mom, why do you have a bunch of fucking magazines with a bunch of ugly chicks? And she goes, this is Stephen Pearcy from RATT. And that was the
wow.
first one that I saw was Stephen Pearcy. So I was like,
Lucky he's gone now.
I don't
eh?
care if I'm on a ventilator. I'm gonna fucking meet Stephen Pearcy.
I don't know. You look like you might need a ventilator.
Fucking awesome.
I probably will.
Fucking awesome.
Hey, thank you for covering your mouth when you cough on Zoom, though. You're better than half the rest of the world is. You're covering your mouth on Zoom. Most people are like,
yeah.
That doesn't mean
real life. Yeah.
That doesn't mean he does it in fucking real life, though.
Yeah. was that? Is that not your wife, Aaron, running around in the background?
This is my wife.
Trying
She wanted to meet
but
Stephen
now that
Pearcy. She's
Stephen's
been on the
gone.
phone for 2 hours.
Now that Stephen's gone.
Wait, hey, have her pop her pop her head in. I want to see if you outkicked your coverage.
Oh, I'll kick my coverage.
We all overkick our coverage.
Yeah, you outkicked your coverage. Good job, brother.
She's holding
Jesus
a bottle.
Christ! Look at those. You look at those. You did outkick
She's holding
your
a bottle of
coverage.
wine, which means she might be friends with my wife. I don't know. Speaking of wine,
Aaron Marcus, thank you so much. Lori, fucking Lori Shrek, throwing down beautifully. Scotty Strickland, dude, thank you.
So much fun.
This is a fun thing every year, man. Paul, you have any closing words before I hit the outro music?
no, just fuck the Saints. Can they please score? That's my only. Those are my.
Is that still going? Is it?
They've only scored a field goal. I need them to hit the 7-point plateau so the guy loses points because right now he's 1 point away from me. It's actually a girl I'm playing. I'm about to get beat by a girl in the semifinals.
There ain't no shame in that, pal.
Oh,
there's a little shame in that.
You know, there's a little shame in that.
All right, him in the outro music right now. Oh my God. Aerosmith rocks. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic, 2 fucking amazing records. We can only have one winner because there are no double countouts in the fucking Listener Drunken Summit, ladies and gentlemen. Rocks with the win. Scraped by the hair of its balls. God damn it.
Once again, we were wrong.
Amazing. It's fucking amazing. Lori Nickel, Scotty Strickland, Aaron Marcus, Kyle Havens. No, fuck you. You do not actually look like Leo. I'm sorry, even though it was hilarious at the time. Okay, maybe just a little bit, but don't let that go to your fucking throat melon. My name is Izzy Presley, and make sure you guys hit up on the social media. I'm still waiting on confirmation on guest next week. I can't tease that because we don't know if it's going to happen or not, but it might be a big TV star. Who knows? You know, we're equal opportunity rock and roll lovers here. So.
It might be Kyle again.
It might be Kyle. Who knows?
You know he won't show up.
we're gonna, exactly. Kyle will show up next week for this week's. Wait, that's right. I was about to say maybe Kyle had the time zone wrong, like the last guest we had, or 2 guests ago.
Ah, that could be. Oh, Chip, like Chip's Enough. There you go.
Chip's Enough or Sebastian Bach?
Sebastian hasn't been on. I can't put Sebastian on. It's not going to be able to happen.
Dude, on behalf of Paul Gargano, my name is Izzy Presley. We'll see you guys next fucking year. It is Metal Edge Magazine's another fucking
guys, I get to deal with this all the time.
Love it.
My God. People wonder why I drink.